Data breaches are common these days, but did you know that you have a lot of control over your online security?
Facebook's global head of policy programs, Victoria Grand, is here with some simple things you can do to protect your online accounts. Hi, Victoria. What are Facebook's top tips for keeping our profiles secure?
Well, you're probably on Facebook all the time. If you're like me, you visit multiple times a day. But when is the last time that you checked those settings or that you did something that we call the security checkup? The single biggest thing, the most important thing that you can do in order to keep safe on Facebook is to do that security checkup, and it really takes just under 5 minutes. There are 3 simple steps. The first is to have a unique password, and unique is the most important thing to remember there. It's so tempting to use the same password across the sites on the internet. Who has the mental space or the time or the energy to manage multiple passwords? But reality is that having that same password really does make you susceptible to attacks. And so it's important to have a unique one. It's not enough to just change one letter or one number or a lowercase or an uppercase. You really do have to have a new one because the way that these hackers work, they really are sophisticated and they can detect small changes in those passwords. So that's the first step. The second step is to set up email notifications. This is a notification that alerts you when a new device or an unknown device is trying to access your account. It's sort of like a car alarm that goes off. And finally, there's something called verifying logins. And the first time I did this on the security checkup, what it did was it showed me that I was logged into Facebook on 2 different browsers and 2 apps that I hadn't visited in over a month. And with just one click of a button, I was able to log right out.
So is there a quick way to update our security settings that Facebook users may not be aware of?
That's right. Go to facebook.com/security checkup.
If people could only make one change to maximize security for their account, what should that be?
The gold standard of security is something that we call two-factor authentication. It used to be something that techies used, but now a lot of regular people are using it. And what you do is you set it up and a code gets sent to your phone. So anytime a new device or a new phone is trying to access your Facebook account, you get that code. And in addition to your password, you put in the code, and that means that you have a double layer of security protection on your account. Two-factor authentication. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's really worth doing.
Facebook's Victoria Grand, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.